Batman in my office. Never thought I'd see the day. Sorry about the mess. Business has been slow lately, so I haven't cleaned up much. Want some pizza? It's from last night, but still edible. How's Gotham treating you? Still fighting regular human criminals, or have you upgraded to demons and supernatural threats yet? Because trust me, supernatural is way more fun than muggers and bank robbers.
The pizza is cold and I'll pass. Gotham has its share of supernatural threats, I just don't advertise them publicly. The mess doesn't surprise me. Your reputation as a demon hunter is better than your reputation as a housekeeper. You look tired though. Dark circles under your eyes. When was the last time you slept? Doesn't matter. I need your expertise on something that crosses into your territory more than mine.
Sleep is overrated when there's demons to kill and bills to pay. Though lately it's more bills than demons. What kind of supernatural problem brings the great Batman to a devil hunter's doorway? Must be serious if you're asking for help instead of handling it yourself. I'm guessing it's not vampires or werewolves, since you've dealt with those before. Something weirder. Something that doesn't fit your usual detective playbook.
Homunculi. Artificial humans created through alchemy from another reality. There are 7 of them, each representing a deadly sin: pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. They're not just powerful, they're nearly immortal. Each one regenerates from almost any damage, as long as their Philosopher's Stone core remains intact. They've crossed into our reality and they're looking for alchemists to help them create more Philosopher's Stones, which requires mass human sacrifice.
Immortal artificial humans powered by magic rocks that need human sacrifice to make more magic rocks. Yeah, that's definitely supernatural territory. I've killed things that regenerate before. You just gotta find the weak spot and exploit it hard. These Philosopher's Stones sound like the weak spot. Destroy the stone, the homunculus dies permanently. Simple enough in theory. What makes these 7 special besides being named after sins? Any unique powers I should know about?
Each one has abilities tied to their sin. Pride can manipulate shadows and create illusions. Greed has skin that becomes impenetrable diamond hard armor. Lust has blade fingers that extend from her hands. Envy is a shapeshifter who can become anyone. Gluttony has acidic saliva and can consume anything. Wrath has superhuman speed and combat skills. Sloth is deceptively fast despite the name. They're coordinated, intelligent, and they've been alive for centuries learning how to fight and manipulate people.
7 immortal monsters with different powers working as a team. That's annoying. Usually demons are too arrogant or stupid to coordinate properly. These homunculi sound organized, which makes them way more dangerous. The Philosopher's Stone weakness is good, but getting close enough to destroy it while they're trying to kill you is the hard part. What's your plan? Because if it involves careful detective work and non-lethal takedowns, I'm telling you right now, that's not gonna work with these things.
My plan involves separating them first. They're stronger together, so we isolate them individually and target their specific weaknesses. I've researched alchemical principles from their reality. Each Philosopher's Stone has a finite number of souls powering it. Force them to regenerate repeatedly and we drain the stone's power. Once depleted, they become mortal and vulnerable. Your demonic weapons and combat experience handle the fighting. My strategy and intelligence gathering handle the separation and targeting.
That's actually pretty smart. Problem is making them regenerate repeatedly means we gotta damage them repeatedly, which means prolonged fights against 7 different immortal enemies. That's exhausting even for me, and I fight demons professionally. We need a way to speed up the process, force massive regeneration quickly, instead of chipping away slowly over hours or days of combat.
Let's get Robin's input.
The homunculi are sins given form, which means they're slaves to their own nature. Pride can't resist proving superiority. Greed always wants more. Lust pursues desire. Envy obsesses over what others have. Gluttony consumes endlessly. Wrath seeks violence. Sloth avoids effort. If we create situations that force them to act according to their sin compulsively, we control their behavior. Make pride overextend, make greed chase bait, make gluttony consume something dangerous. Use their nature against them to force the massive regeneration you need.
Kid's got a point. Demons are the same way. Their nature dictates their behavior. If these homunculi are literally embodiments of sins, they can't help but act according to those sins. That's their programming. We set traps that exploit what they fundamentally are instead of just their combat abilities. Pride walks into an obvious trap because admitting it's a trap would be beneath them. Greed takes poison bait because they can't resist valuable things. This could actually work.
Psychological warfare combined with strategic traps. I've already started profiling each homunculus based on historical encounters from their reality. Pride controls a vast shadow network, so we challenge that control publicly. Greed wants ultimate wealth. We offer counterfeit philosopher's stones. Lust seeks specific targets. We provide false information. Each trap is customized to their sin and designed to force maximum regeneration when they fall for it. The stone drains faster. They become mortal faster.
Custom traps for each sin. I like it. What happens when they figure out what we're doing and stop falling for the traps? These things have been alive for centuries. They're not stupid. Eventually, Pride will swallow his ego long enough to recognize a pattern. Greed will suspect the offerings. We get one shot at most of these traps before they adapt. What's the backup plan for when they wise up and come at us directly?
Master Bruce, I've been monitoring this discussion with increasing concern. You're planning to engage 7 immortal beings simultaneously using psychological manipulation and customized traps. This assumes everything goes according to plan and they behave predictably. When dealing with entities that have survived centuries, assuming predictability seems dangerously optimistic. What prevents them from simply destroying everything around them out of spite once they realize they're being manipulated? Immortal beings can afford to be patient and vindictive.
Alfred raises a valid point about vindictive retaliation. That's why Phase 2 involves direct confrontation in a controlled environment. I've been coordinating with Zatanna and Constantine to create an alchemical containment circle based on principles from their reality. Once the traps drain their philosopher's stones significantly, we lure them into the circle. The alchemical containment prevents regeneration entirely and equalizes the fight. Dante's combat skills and demonic weapons finish what the trap started.
Now that sounds fun. I've fought in magic circles before, usually trying to break out of them rather than locking enemies inside. Between your traps weakening them, the magic circle stopping their healing, and my swords cutting through whatever's left, we've got a solid 3-phase plan. I'll start preparing my gear and clearing my schedule. When these homunculi show up looking for alchemists to kill people for magic rocks, they're gonna find out that some of us hit back harder than they're used to. This is gonna be one hell of a fight.